Good morning, ghoul friends. Welcome back to my channel. I am starting a Summerween reading vlog. I have a couple things to do before I'm able to really get into the mood and the vibe, but it is a gloomy, rainy day here, and it is just feeding me with all the spooky vibe. I picked out a couple books for this first Summerween reading vlog, but I'll be having quite a few of these throughout the summer. So first things first, I have to get ready for the day and get myself together. Let's go do that. Okay, so I am ready for the day, and I am so excited to start this cozy Summerween reading vlog, the first of the season officially. I wanted to read something short so I could read a couple things. My go-to Summerween reads are The Ruins by Scott Smith and Jurassic Park, the first book. They are really long books, so I think I'm gonna dedicate their own vlog to each one as I read them every year, and they're my favorite Summerween books. You can just feel the atmosphere. Like, The Ruins is so dry, you're so thirsty, you're like going crazy. And then in Jurassic Park, you're like damp with sweat. You can feel the humidity and the suspense, and anyone who says that Jurassic Park isn't horror is crazy. So I'll tell you the three little short books that I decided to read for the Summerween. The first one is Fangs by Sarah Andersen, and from what I know about it, it's a short comic about like 100 and something pages, I think, and it is a vampire and werewolf love story. So I'm so excited to dive into that. I think it's so cute. The second book that I'm gonna read is called Summerween Screams, and I'm pretty sure it is a collection of stories. Yes, it's an anthology. It says Summerween: beach balls, bonfires, and blood-curdling screams. Who says October has all the funerals? This anthology brings the horror to the heat wave, where every campfire story might be true. Every splash in the lake could be your last, and something wicked is always waiting just past the sunscreen. It's 6 tales. So I'm really excited to read that. I love anthologies. I love short stories. I just love things that are like put together like that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that has entail. And it's spooky, a lot spookier than Fangs, for sure. And then the last book that I'll be reading in this vlog is called Summerween in Hallowmere, and it's 30 witchy cozy tales for the season. It's about 124 pages, and it seems really cozy. I really love the cover art for it. It's beautiful, and I'm really looking forward. This is the cover art for it, and I'm really looking forward to diving into these. I wanted something just cozy and spooky and low key and chill to read for Summerween. All of these books are on Kindle Unlimited, so they will be free for you if you do have KU. So let's get on the couch, let's get cozy, and let's get to it. So can we appreciate my apothecary table? I am obsessed, and I love it being flanked right next to this mirror and sconces that my sister gave me. It's just giving cottagecore vibes, and I'm living for it. So while I'm making my tea, I figured I would talk to you about Fangs. It actually was such a fast read. I read it within like 10 minutes. It was so short, but it was so cute. I really loved the story. I loved how we just went right into it, and I love the dynamic of the werewolf and the vampire, their little nicknames for each other, their love languages. It was just really wholesome, really cute. I've never seen anything like that for like vampire and werewolf in that way. I thought it was just really well done, and it just really like warmed my heart. I think it was like the perfect first book to start our spooky cozy little Summerween reading vlog with. Now I'm making myself some hibiscus tea, and I'm going to be using my favorite fall mug that I had gotten from Marshall's. I really love this mug. It always just brings me so much joy to use it. I actually don't even pack it away because I use it all year round. And I'm going to be putting my hibiscus tea in this beautiful black ceramic teapot. My mom actually made this and glazed this in 1995, so I was only 4 years old when she did this, and then she passed it down to me. She's still alive and she's still doing well, and I still work with her, but she passed this down to me when she got rid of her chinero, and I'm just obsessed with it. I usually break it out during the fall, but today I felt like it called for this kind of teapot day. Okay, my tea is steeping. I'm really excited to drink it. I think I'm going to read Summerween and Hallowmere. It is only 124 pages, so I'm really excited about it. I think it's gonna be really cute. And it's Witchy Tales for the Longest Days. So let's dive into it. Let's pour ourselves a nice cozy cup of tea, and we will get into Summerween and Hallowmere. And on a side note, if you see my menstruation pimple, no you don't. No, you don't. Okay, so I'm about 50% of the way through Summerween in Hallowmere, and I am loving it. It is so cute. The stories are definitely short stories for sure. Only a couple pages long, so it's not taking me long at all to get through it. One thing that I'm noticing about this particular anthology is most of the stories, while they are wholesome and they usually end on pretty wholesome notes, The common theme is of grief. There's a lot of mention of loss and grief, and I think it's really beautiful when a story can be made about grief and about the good things that can happen even in the midst of grief, you know? Every story so far has had some element of someone passing or someone that has passed. So far, I would say my favorite story as of right now is the one about a sister who lost her brother 3 years ago to a lake, and her parents move away from Hallowmere and they just don't want to be around any water, any lakes or anything because they're grieving their son. And as she's walking through, one of the like old witch women inside of Hallowmere is like, hey, listen, like you're the one that lost someone to the lake. On the night of Summerween, after the festival and after all the lanterns go out, you can walk to the long dock that takes you into the deep water, and there will be a lighthouse. And she reminds her, like, go there with the faith that you're actually gonna find him. Don't go there like how you go to the lake every morning with like anger and hopelessness. Go there with hope that you are gonna find him. And it was just such a beautiful story. As someone who has experienced a significant amount of loss and who's really learning how to work through grief, I can say that when I read that, I cried. It was just beautiful. It was a reminder that even though you can lose someone, there's still things that keep them alive in your heart and keep them alive in your life. And even in the midst of the pain of them not being here, you can still bask in the love that they've given you in this life. So far, so good. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna take a break now. Dinner should be done soon. And I think I'm gonna watch a little Summerween movie, which will probably be Jurassic Park. So let's put that on the TV. Let's get cozy for the night. I'm gonna do a little more reading, but I really am in the mood to watch Jurassic Park, so let's put that on. Okay, I'm sitting down. I got Jurassic Park on. I just walked into my bathroom door, so but here is my din. I did a sheet pan meal of smoked turkey sausage, peppers, onions, broccoli, and corn. I have leftover white rice from the chicken noodle soup that I made Bay yesterday. And then from my garden, I have some cherry tomatoes and some fresh basil. And then I just put a little bit of salt and pepper on it and some cheddar cheese. I don't have mozzarella, so yes, this is my meal. Let's watch our Summerween movie and just get cozy. Good morning, ghoulies. Welcome back to another day. It is finally my day off, thank gosh. I had such a nice night last night after work, reading and getting cozy and spooky. It was just so much fun. I'm looking forward to finishing Summerween at Hallowmere and finishing up our second book. I forget what it was called. But nevertheless, I'm back from my walk. I'm gonna make some breakfast and then take a shower, get cozy, and enjoy my day off. So let's get started. I'm super excited. Okay, girlfriends, I have officially finished my Summerween reading for the moment. I didn't get to the last actual horror book, but I'm just gonna roll that into another Summerween vlog. I had a couple family emergencies, and my bipolar disorder is just bipolar disordering. I am currently in a dysphoric mania right now, so it's been kind of difficult to navigate, and I don't have the bandwidth at the moment to finish a book in the time that I wanted to edit this. My thoughts on Summerween at Hallowmere is, I don't know why people are not talking about this book. I haven't seen anybody talk about this book. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have KU, it's free. Oh my God, this was such an incredible read. It was so heartwarming. It was so heartbreaking. There were so many beautiful elements of grief and what grief can do to someone, and also the strengths and the beauty that you can experience when you go through the journey of grief. Every story is pretty much interconnecting in some way or another, even though they're short stories and they all have their own little special meaning and storyline. Because it takes place in Hallowmere, everyone at some point is connected, and I love that throughout the book. I felt like we were getting a glimpse of the inner workings of this town, and it was just absolutely adorable. There were so many characters that I really fell in love with, like the Tide sisters and the farmer crab from Cider and Bone. I really loved so many of these stories. It's kind of hard for me to even pick one that I love the most, but I think one that really stuck out to me, that really like spoke to me, was the one about the bee letters, and about how this witch keeps bees, and she has kept bees for generations, her great-great-grandmother, her grandmother, her mother, and now her. And how her bees are so healthy and how they always come back to her hives is that she tells them everything. She tells them the town's gossip. She tells them when someone has died, when someone is born. She keeps them in the loop of who's gotten married. And the whole story is about speaking to these bees, and that's how she winds up having like the best honey. And she also performs this little side thing that people who go to her who buy honey, not all of them know, but people from Hallowmere do. And every year on Summerween, they'll come with a letter to give to someone that has been lost, or someone who has passed away, or their ancestors, and the bees travel to these other dimensions and take their messages with them. It was literally so cute and such a heartwarming story. It was a great reminder that even through grief and even through losing people that we love, there's always ways of connecting with them, and they're always with us. And that was like the moral of the whole story. It was just an absolutely incredible book. I really wish that more people were reading it. I tried to log it on my Goodreads, and you can't even find this author, Juniper Vale. Like, oh man, I just really enjoyed reading it. It did a little bit strike a chord. I'm still in the heavy throes of grief, and I recently, in January, experienced a significant grief of the loss of a parent, and I talked about that before. If you want to hear more about that, there is a vlog that I had posted, I think in February, called Grief is Strange, and that is recording just some of the griefs that I'm going through at the moment. But it was a little bit like pulling at my heartstrings, but at the same time, I felt like it had the perfect balance of what Halloween and what Summerween's essence is, because it is all about the spooky and the interdimensional, and it is all about remembering that seasons have their seasons and that you just have to let them be the season that they are. I had such an incredible time reading it. It was so much fun. It was so cozy and heartwarming. And yeah, I think it was a 10 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed it. I think Fangs was a 10 out of 10. I rated it like a 4.5 out of 5. It was really cute, but I kind of wanted more, and I would love to see if they wound up coming out with a second one. It was just such a really, really cute and fast cozy little read. And yeah, I am looking forward to filming more Summerween vlog. I have quite a few books that I want to get to for this summer, Slasher Summer, and the Summerween. I don't celebrate it just on June 22nd. I celebrate it throughout the entire season. And in the upcoming weekends, I will have a couple Summerween things that are happening, especially with my niece and my nephews. We're just a spooky family, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for coming along with me for this Summerween vlog. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you got something cozy. And I highly, highly recommend for you to read Summerween at Hallowmere. It's just super cozy and it's perfect for this time of year. Again, ghoul friends, thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate it more than you will ever know. I love spending time with you, and I will see you in my next one.